Hello, welcome to Astronautic for Exploit. This is Dr. Anyashola Ogundele. Lunar Village, a future moon city for the expansion of deep space exploration. The focus points of my presentation are as follows: Lunar Village and Lunar Village concepts. Lunar Village, a proposed village on the moon and the first step towards exploring Mars, which is seen as the next stage in exploring the final frontier, is receiving high interest from the space agencies, private space companies, and the public based on humans' endeavor to expand economic activities beyond the low Earth orbit. In low Earth orbit, various scientific research have been conducted and are still being conducted. Space tourism activities are being undertaken. Cutting-edge technologies are being demonstrated for better understanding and protection of the Earth. All these activities are aimed at physically and emotionally preparing human explorers to take up the challenges involved in living and working in space, performing long-duration stay in space, and traveling beyond the low Earth orbit to the Moon, and probably stay in Lunar Village and to the Mars and beyond. The Lunar Village idea stemmed from the need to create a permanent and sustainable presence on the surface of the Moon for easy access to the lunar resources and preparation for the human's exploration of the deep space beyond the Moon. Over many years to come, different missions are being planned around the Moon's orbit and on the Moon's surface. For example, Moon tourism. These missions will help to uncover many new things and also create wealth for the Moon mission owners. For example, the space tourism market is forecasted to reach billions of dollars by the year 2031. The proposed lunar village will be of high importance to these missions. Science fiction writers, over a long period of time ago, have envisioned people living and working on the Moon. In the past, there have been different proposed models of lunar village. Recently, a self-sufficient moon village model is being proposed to be positioned at the Shackleton crater on the moon's south pole. This location is selected because it offers both total sunlight and total darkness. It was also observed that the crater sections that never receive light has enormous amount of ice, which can be harvested to create breathable air and make rocket propellant for transportation. The moon village is being designed to sustain human life in an uninhabitable region, to protect humans from radiation, and to provide breathable air. A cluster of models are being proposed for seamless movement between the structures. Also, an option of using in-situ resources for building lunar village is under the consideration. Lunar village. Several missions to the moon have been conducted by different countries. Also, the moon has been visited and flown past to gain gravity assistance, and the radio telescope Explorer 49 was placed into selenocentric orbit in order to use the moon to block interference from terrestrial radio sources. As part of human exploration of the moon, numerous space missions have been undertaken to study Earth's natural satellite. The picture here shows concept of future moon village. A lunar village is a village or city planned to be placed on the surface of the moon for humans to live and carry out its day-to-day activities on the moon. Unlike as in the case of a lunar space station in orbit around the moon, for example, the planned lunar gateway of the Artemis program, Lunar Village will be based on the moon for robotic and human use. The picture here shows visual representation of Lunar Village. Lunar Village development. Presently, various space agencies and private space companies are planning, designing, and investing in the development of Lunar Village concepts. There are several future lunar missions that are scheduled or proposed by various nations or organizations. Actualization of Lunar Village will help some of these missions to be very successful. Illustration of the inflatable moon village is shown in this picture. Lunar village concept. For a long period of time, science fiction writers have envisioned a situation where people are living on the moon, perhaps in underground chambers. Presently, efforts are ongoing to create permanent moon settlement around the year 2050. Moon Village inflatable unit with 4 levels is shown in this picture. Moon Village conceptual plan. The Moon Village is a collaborative research program between architecture firm Skidmore, Owens and Merritt Design with the ESA and MIT to design Moon Village as the first permanent human settlement on the lunar surface. The conceptual plans and designs are for a self-sufficient moon village at the rim of the Shackleton crater on the moon's south pole. The picture here shows an interior view of an inflatable unit. The village in the Moon Village concept, presented in 2015, refers to international public and private investors, scientists, engineers, universities, and businessmen coming together to discuss interests and capabilities to build and share infrastructure on the moon and in cislunar space for a variety of purposes. The partnership aims to study how actual living models will function. A lunar outpost concept is being illustrated in this picture. The nature of the concept encompasses any kind of lunar activities, whether robotic on astronauts, 3D printed habitats, refueling stations, relay orbiters, astronomy, exploiting resources, or tourism. The idea is to achieve some degree of coordination and exploitation of potential synergies and to create a permanent sustainable presence on the surface of the moon, either robotic or crewed. Lunar village with solar panels are illustrated in this picture. Moon Village Initiative intends to address several issues which are related to surviving on the planet. Among the primary goals are resilience, self-sufficiency, and using the moon's current resources. The plan for the Moon Village is to be built out in stages, with the first stage allowing crews to live, work, and construct the settlement. Illustration of a proposed industrial base for mining water and producing propellant at a lunar pole, featuring crew habitats, robotics, and industrial equipment is shown in this picture. Lunar space concept through incremental steps. It is being planned that the Moon Village will be built in incremental steps. First, individual landers will descend to the lunar surface near Shackleton crater, at which point they will each deploy inflatable models. These models, which are expected to be up to 4 stories tall, will eventually serve as workspaces, residential areas, scientific labs, industrial sites, and environmental habitats. Vision of an international research base on the moon is shown in this picture. In order to support excavation, manufacturing, and construction, more infrastructure and gears are planned to gradually come on board. The use of the new housing unit will be providing necessary activities, including food production and scientific research. The Moon Village will eventually develop into a thriving neighborhood, operating as a center for research, exploration, and tourism. The picture here shows a lunar base. The moon village is being proposed to be located close to the moon's south pole on the rim of Cyclotron crater, where it will have access to the necessary natural resources and receive relatively steady daylight throughout the lunar year. Self-sufficient moon village. Due to the proposed location of the moon village and the development of cutting-edge technologies, after some time, the community will be able to become self-sufficient and create the foundation for a permanent human presence on the moon. Artist's concept of a moon village on the lunar surface, built with 3D printed habitats, is shown in this picture. At the lunar village, in situ resource utilization will be exploited to produce consumables and other elements necessary for maintaining life. Sunlight can be harvested for energy. In the neighboring permanently shadowed craters, frozen volatiles and water will be collected in order to provide breathing air and rocket fuel for industrial and transportation purposes. The picture here shows robotic construction of lunar and Martian infrastructure using 3D printing system. Infrastructure and habitable structures are intended to allow the Moon Village community to harness sunlight for energy. A series of inflatable pressurized pods that will house workspaces, residences, environmental control, and life support systems are being designed for the village. The picture here shows inflatable model concept for lunar base. Each Moon Village model is designed to be encased in protective shells to make them resistant to extreme temperatures, projectiles, dust, and solar radiation. A key resource on the moon is water, which is located in shadowed depressions near the South Pole as ice deposits. In Moon Village, this water will be extracted to create breathable air, as well as working as a rocket propellant for transportation and for the support of industrial activities. The picture here shows interior of a 3D printed section of planned Moon Village. For more information, contact Astronautics for Exploit. You've been watching and listening to Lunar Village, a future moon city for the expansion of deep space exploration, presented by Dr. Ayashola Ogundele, with the focus points Lunar Village and Lunar Village concepts. Thank you.